Hello, my name is Patrick Dooley, 77-year-old Vietnam veteran. I served with D Company, 1st Battalion, 8th Brigade of the 1st Air Cavalry Division in the Republic of Vietnam from October of 1967 to October of 1968. I would like to thank everyone for watching, liking, sharing, and commenting on my videos. It's very heartwarming to know so many of you are interested in my story, so I hope to continue doing them, especially in the near future. Today I'd like to share a story called Smoking Pants that I wrote some time ago, and it begins around the 18th of April in 1968. We were flown into outside of Camp Evans to bivouac or camp. This was right after we had been to Operation Pegasus and the relief of Khe Sanh, which I've done in another video, Operation Pegasus. So anyway, we were in a kind of an open, grassy area, a bunch of different units put together, and we were going to stay there for a few days, which had its advantages, but also its disadvantages. Whenever you were in the field, you had to pull guard duty, and of course, that commanded your sleep. General mood there was uneasy as details of the pending adventure surfaced. Destination A Shaw Valley, Operation Delaware. That was the main supply line for what was going on at Khe Sanh. The Special Forces there had been overrun there in February, and it had been left alone since then. So sit tight, we're assembling to go and take it back. As idle hands are the work of the devil, the Army had us line up and assault a group of trees. The danger that was lurking was obvious. We were just combat tested around the hills at Khe Sanh, and practicing shooting at trees didn't make sense. The next day, we were sent out on a patrol to search an area along a river, more like a creek actually, and vegetation was very thick, and but it wasn't too bad right along the banks. Anyway, we following along in a slow procession. We were going along, and finally we were told to hold up. A guy named Arthur had asked for permission to get rid of a hand grenade that he had. Part of the handle had come off, and he wanted to get rid of it. Okay, go past the last man and throw it. We all stood there as he worked his way past us on the way to the last man. It took a few minutes, but he finally made it. The next thing I remember hearing was, "Oh shoot," followed closely by the explosion of the hand grenade. He threw the hand grenade, but it didn't go very far, and then he slipped in the mud as he went to run away. Standing next to the water, Arthur came running by with the back of his pants smoking. It was like something out of a cartoon. I couldn't help but bust out laughing. Although I'm sure it was painful, the sight of him chugging by with his pants smoking made me break out in laughter. He ran ahead and sat in the water to cool off his behind. Medevac chopper was called in, and we made our way up the bank to an area suitable for a pickup. While milling around, one of the other leaders made an announcement. He recognized one of his men for finding something while we were along the bank of the creek. Some enemy item, I don't remember exactly what it was, but this guy's name was Benny, and I don't remember much about him at the time, but I do remember he was kind of embarrassed at the attention he got, and from his reaction that I could tell that he was a good guy. It is amazing how small incidents can give you insights into what you believe is someone's true self. As individuals in combat, you came to make judgments on these observations. A postscript. I sent out some letters to try to locate Arthur some 37 years later. At the request of another happy camper named Jim Gailey, and they were both from the same town in Ohio, Lauren, Ohio. To my surprise, Arthur's wife called me up in response to one of the letters. She told me that he was the right guy, but that he had died 5 years earlier. We had a nice conversation. She remembered the guy who asked me to find Arthur, as they had made contact when they got back to the world. Arthur's wife said that she called Arthur Ray, and that Ray had talked about Benny from the story, and at some point in our conversation she asked if I knew how Ray had received shrapnel in his buttocks. I busted out with a chuckle and told her that I knew what happened and that I would tell her if she really wanted to know. She said yes, that she would. She said yes, that she and the kids had been after him for years to tell how he got the shrapnel. I told her my story, and she thanked me for sharing it. I mailed it to her along with the Army's account of what happened that day, and it was sad to find out about Ray's passing, but heartwarming, the connection with his wife. She said it had been long enough for her to accept it, but she also felt that Vietnam veterans were mistreated. Thank you very much. Please share and like and comment on this if you can, and hopefully there'll be more to come.